Hello and welcome back to the University Speaking podcast. Today I'm back again with Kenny. Kenny, how you doing?
Doing okay. How are you doing, Jay?
Very well, thank you. And we've also got Cassie again. Hello.
Hi,
How you doing? You okay?
doing well. Just, not doing much this weekend besides eating and shopping. So this is a nice change of pace.
That sounds like a great weekend to me.
Definitely.
So we had so much fun last time. I thought, why not do it again? But looking back on your most recent trips to Epic Universe, and we'll try not to go over the same ground again as previously. And I promise we've got some non-epic podcasts coming very soon, haven't we?
Yes.
So you both attended the previews for Epic back in May. Is that right?
I went in April.
April.
Yeah, it was April as
April.
well.
Okay. Okay. And obviously now you've both attended the park when it's been fully open to the public. So I guess starting with you, Kenny, first off, how was your second visit to Epic Universe?
Let me preface this by saying I love Epic. I really do. But I'm a little sad because my busy little quiet park that I fell in love with during previews is no more. It is busy and it is hot. And yeah, so that's pretty much the big difference that I would say. Like, it's just not the little quiet theme park that you could kind of explore and get to know during previews. It's like a fully functioning, we're open, regular theme park now.
And Cassie, you mentioned in a recent episode that you took all of your family to Epic for the first time. Is that right? How did that all go?
Yeah, so we went opening weekend on Memorial Day, so about 2 or 3 days after the park officially opened. It was limited capacity when I went, that Monday that I went, so which I was pleasantly surprised by. It was actually better than my preview. I waited less on the
Wow.
Monday of opening weekend than I did
Really?
on my two preview days. I got more done in one day.
Is
Yeah.
that because it was Memorial Day and then everyone was like off doing other family stuff, or?
I don't know if they sold a limited amount of tickets or if people were just like, I'm staying away because it's Memorial Day.
Mhm.
Because the next day, that Tuesday, was insane. So I don't know. I had a much better experience at the opening weekend than I did at my previews.
And I guess at the
Oh,
previews, everything was kind of up in the air in terms of what rides were going to
Yeah.
work. And
Yeah.
whereas once the park's fully open, you expect most things to work.
Oh, yeah.
mhm.
Absolutely.
I was going to say I went so early during previews that it was still that time when they weren't sure if Ministry was going to be open or not. Like, it was
Oh,
You were that
very early
early.
on. Yeah.
like one of the
Thankfully
first
it was.
weeks. Yeah.
What were your
That's
family's
crazy.
thoughts, Cassie? Did they enjoy it?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. They were like, they really like hyped me up. They were like, man, you planned such a perfect trip. I'm like, thank God we went today because we went tomorrow, you'd be saying something different. Our day started off rough though, because Donkey Kong was delayed for like an hour and we waited.
That seems to be a recurring theme at the minute,
Yeah.
especially as well.
And they were all really excited about that one, so we never got back around to ride it, but
Oh
it's
no, that's
okay.
sad.
It's all
That is sad.
right. But they loved it other than that. I mean, they can't wait to go back. My mom's like, let me take you for your birthday weekend. I'm like, okay.
It's so awkward when rides like temporarily go down because you never know if to stick or twist. It's like, and then everyone's so stubborn at the same time. Especially, I don't know if Americans are the same, but like British people can be so stubborn. Like, I will not leave this queue unless I get something for it.
No, especially like with what you went through with Hagrid's, like when you were at the front and it broke down. Like
My
that
first day,
was,
yeah.
yeah,
Oh, and I think we waited like 75, maybe 80 minutes because we were so close. It's like, well, if it opens back up, we're at the
you're
front
right
of the
there.
line, so you're straight on. But then the longer it goes on, the more you start to think, well, we could be doing something else right now rather than just stood in this line. Listen, I don't know about you, but that Hagrid's like announcement audio gives me so much PTSD. It's untrue. Everyone goes quiet as soon as announcement. It's just like the normal like Hagrid's is a two-seater vehicle, sidecar and
Yeah,
motorbike. Like it's not actually an announcement. It's really triggering.
it is. It
Oh,
really
yeah.
is.
Sorry to go off on like a tangent there, but you just reminded me about
No.
that first. There's always something on my first day that doesn't quite go to plan, but the rest was all the rest was all swimmingly. Anyway, Kenny, Kenny, how did your expectations differ going into this trip compared to your first trip?
Well, this time I wanted to do more of the stuff that I really enjoyed. So my expectations were pretty high that things would be working better. There'd be, a little more consistency as far as, ride delays, things like that. And I will say, I think operations wise, things were a little bit better in
Mhm.
previews than when I went on my most
Oh,
recent
really?
trip. Yeah. Like a lot of rides that didn't have any problems during previews, they were having them that week. And I think that's been like a common thing. I know lately Hiccups has been the one.
Mm, that's the one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jay can
So during,
attest.
I'm not going to mention the line. I'm not going to mention it. I mentioned it enough last week.
well, I'm only going to mention the part about like the fact that the dual load stations aren't working because in previews, I mean, they're getting people in and out like really, really fast. Like it'd be a 35-minute queue. Now it's like averaging, 100 minutes every day
Mhm.
plus. And
I
I
heard
think it's
something
because
on.
the
I heard something on a different podcast. I think that um, both sides, the hiccups, have different audio.
I think it's like every time you write it, you might hear different dialogue. Because I know I heard different dialogue this time when I went on Hiccups.
I
I
would
think
say
there's
I
different
rode the
audio
same
packages.
side each time that I've been on it though,
Did you
so
go on the
maybe
right
that's
or the
why.
left as you go down the stairs?
Left.
Oh, left. I went on the
Wait,
right every
no,
time.
right,
Do you not know
no.
your left and right? Are you as bad as Ella?
Well, the whole problem is when you say left, I'm thinking left facing the track
Sorry.
instead
Yeah.
of. It's
Yeah.
okay. I forgot that there are stairs. I got to cut the line last time. Some
Oh,
some team member was like, "Hey, you want to come
another
Oh,
up front?" I was
yeah.
flex.
like,
Another flex. Staying at Helios and now straight to the front of the line.
"Hey, you got that second battle at the Ministry
I
Express
did.
pass."
I can't talk at all.
Now it's Kenny's turn to get something.
Oh, I got something when
Prayer
I
circle
went
for
during
Kenny.
previews. I don't know if you heard. I think I said it on my episode, but like I had an express pass from for ministry and they didn't scan it when I went through the first time. And so I had a
Oh,
second one that was able to be used. So I went and
No
took
way.
advantage of it. That's how I rode ministry twice in one day during previews.
That's
oh, that's
maybe it's his
awesome.
podcast that
I
provides
just love
amazing
it.
luck. Let's hope so. That's
If
not
you
good for
watch
people
us,
listening
good
though.
things will happen to you, audience.
Yes,
Okay.
if
Yes.
you watch or listen, you'll get a lot of great luck at Epic Universe. I can't guarantee that, but you never know. I've actually seen a lot of people being actually quite disgruntled recently with certain experiences. So it's still up and down, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not. It's going to be a rough road for the first few months. You expect?
Maybe the first year,
Oh yeah,
really.
I'm going to say I was being a little generous.
Yeah,
And
you
I was
are.
got some
actually
growing pains, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, I was speaking to someone on Instagram yesterday. I think they're from the UK, and they had a really bad day. So they actually spent their whole time in Epic Universe in Nintendo Land. They queued 3 hours for both of two of the rides. So they queued
Oh,
3 hours for Mario Kart. Obviously, it was going down loads. And then they queued 3 hours for Donkey Kong and it went down loads, which they did obviously go to guest services as everyone seems to be doing. And they got a free day back at Epic Universe. But yeah, that's pretty rough.
oh
I
man.
I will say guest services is they're doing a great job of
Hmm.
helping people. I don't know if I told
100%.
y'all my boss went the same week I was there at work and he took his family and they went 2 days after I was at Epic. So that's when it like really fully opened and I was telling him like everyone at the park was telling him what a great experience and how low capacity it was and the day he went everything was down. That was like the one day you heard about of Epic Universe where everything was down. And they got their money back,
Mhm.
but he was like, "Man, like that just sucked." I'm like, I had such a different experience.
I
Like,
know, you don't want to say that, do you?
no. But I did. I was like, yeah, sorry, sucks.
You're getting marched to the front of the line at Hiccups.
I'm like, please make my performance review good this year, though. Like, don't blame me for this.
Exactly. We've gone off on a completely different tangent already, but Cassie, how did your expectations differ going into this trip compared to your first? Obviously, you were going with your family, so it was always going to be a little bit different.
Well, and I really was like, it's going to be so busy. Like, that's what I told myself. Because I was like, it's Memorial Day weekend. I'm taking my family from Friday to Tuesday of Memorial Day weekend. It's going to be insane at all the parks. I just like don't expect to ride anything. And it ended up, being a lot better than I thought it was going to be. But my expectations were not very high. I was like, we're just going to experience it. We're just going to have a good
That's
time.
the best way, isn't it?
Yeah. And
Keep
I'm
them
going to do
low and
that
then,
every time.
yeah, keep them really, really low, and then hopefully it'll be amazing.
Yeah, like I'm taking my friend when we go to Halloween Horror Nights in October. We're able to go, and I'm like, just pick two things you want to ride. I'm like, not even kidding, two things. and we'll hit those. And if we get other things, great.
It's a bonus.
It is. But like that's the way you have to go into it for at least the next 2 years.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Kenny, did you have a list of new things that you wanted to try or new rides that you wanted to experience that you didn't get chance on your first trip?
Well, the only things that I haven't experienced like at all yet would be Stardust and what's the
That's
other
by
one?
choice.
Dragon Racers Rally. Yeah.
Dragon Races
And
Rally, okay, yeah.
but I've done everything else. On this last trip, I did Curse the Werewolf for the first time and Fire Drill for the first time.
Hmm.
And both of them were pretty okay experiences.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Curse the Werewolf was actually a really fun coaster. I mean, I can't rate
All
it
the
as highly
spins.
as the other ones,
Not enough
but it's
spins for you,
funny.
Kenny.
I know I didn't get enough spins. Like I got off of it wanting like I wanted a little bit more. Like it was punchy, but I'm like, man, I need some more thrill on
I
this
think
one.
you are a thrill seeker like me, Kenny. Deep down, it's in there. Cassie,
Hey,
you might be able to help him.
Kenny, come on. You got to get on Stardust. If you want something
I
crazy, get on
I
it.
know that was my only complaint from Epic. I think like after you've done everything in the park, you're kind of like, well, everything was great, but there's not really a lot of high thrill experiences. Like
Yeah.
if you don't do Stardust, you're gonna be missing that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Stardust
So I
definitely
definitely
provides
saw
that.
that on this last trip.
Cassie, how about you?
100%.
Did you have any? Do you have any new rides or just explore the any lands? Actually, I've heard today, it's breaking news. I've heard that they're definitely worlds, not lands. So
Oh. Ugh.
again, it was another podcast that said it, and they sounded pretty sure about it. I keep saying lands, but apparently it's worlds.
Unfortunately,
This isn't the podcast for legitimate sources, as you
Ma
both know.
Mario Kart Madness is probably
Oh,
one of my top favorites
I keep
from that.
saying that now, like it's to the point where I keep calling that Mario Kart Madness, and
I do
like
too.
it's actually quite annoying.
I mean, it's a solid name. I mean,
It
It really, I mean,
is.
it is madness, so it does kind of work.
That
Anyway,
entire
sorry,
land.
Cassie, have you had anything new that you want to experience going into it or not?
I kind of just like wanted my family to kind of pick what they wanted to do
Mhm.
just because I had been and I was like, I'll lead you around where you want to go. But, I really wanted to see at least one of the shows, which
Mhm.
we saw the Untrainable Dragon. So that was great. I didn't get to see the Harry Potter one. Um, but also, I also did Curse the Werewolf and Fire Drill on this last trip, and I didn't get to do it before, and really enjoyed those. So, next on my list, though, I think I want to actually go sit down in the Wizarding World and actually
Mhm.
enjoy it.
Yeah.
Um, every time I'm in there, I'm like rushing around. It's like, I don't know, just because there's one ride in there, and it's like, anyway, that's a whole different thing. But I have a huge list of things I want to do.
I think that's a good point though. Like that's why I enjoy going solo sometimes because you can just do things like sitting down on your own for an hour in a specific spot. Whereas if you like obviously when I go with Ella, we're going from ride to ride to ride to show to ride, trying to cram all the rides in because obviously that is well for us anyway, that's the main event, the main reason why we're going. But on my third day there solo, like I just took loads of time to sit, chill, taking the ambience, taking the music, just
Yeah.
appreciate everything a little bit more rather than jumping from ride to ride.
hmm
yeah, and
That,
Jay, I think part of it is that like with pass holders paying single day prices to go to this park, you want to feel like you're getting bang for your buck every time you
Yeah,
go.
exactly that. Yeah.
Because there's things that I do at Epic, like stand from early park admission to close that I would never do like at Islands or Studios anymore. Like
100%.
That's
Yeah,
so
because
true.
you're paying what, $50 a month to like go do whatever if you're doing the monthly payment for Islands and Universal. But with Epic, you're like, I just spent $150. Like I have got
like
to get my money's worth.
like I
Well,
have to
that's
do every single thing and spend every hour of the day.
exactly, and
Literally.
that reminds me actually that obviously on my third day there, you all said, I think especially you, Cassie, and Danielle, I think said it as well. Go back to the room and have a nap. But I was like, I just don't want to waste time sleeping in my hotel room when I've paid for a full day. And to be fair, I'm so glad I didn't go back because I took it really easy all day and I lasted till 10. I didn't see the show, Cassie. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry, but I was actually less tired on my third day, which is a longer day than I
Yeah.
was my first 2 days because obviously when I was there with Ella, we were darting around from world to world, from ride to ride. Whereas on my solo day there, I just took it so easy and so much more chill, and it was really nice.
Yeah,
So I
definitely.
didn't go nap.
Yeah, I went back on each of my days to rest, but that was
Mhm.
just because like It was so freaking hot.
I know.
And I think if I do a solo day though, I don't think I'll do EPA. I think what I'll do is I'll go a little bit later and then just stay
That's
till
a good idea.
close.
Yeah, that is
Because
a good
EPA is
idea.
not really offering much right now, y'all.
It's
Like
not.
Especially if Donkey Kong's not up and running, then it's not really worth it.
that ride never freaking works.
Yeah, well, you're not happy with that, Cassie. I
No,
sensed some
no.
frustration in there.
Yeah, I'm a
Let it
little
out, let it
pissed.
out. This is the place for it.
Really, I
Yes.
could go on for 3 days about like how pissed off that ride made me each of my trips.
How many times have you ridden it?
Once.
Oh, just once.
And I've been 3 times, which I'm
Oh,
like, come on.
that's not great. Were those
It's okay
EPA
though.
at all, or?
Every single time I tried to do it at EPA, and it was each delayed except the one time
Oh no.
that I was with Carson. And Carson, when Carson and I rode it, we really enjoyed it. So I think that's
Yeah.
why I was so mad my family didn't get to experience it
Mhm.
because they love Donkey Kong. Like that's like it's like their thing, you know?
Oh
Yeah.
Like
man.
Oh, that's so sad.
so it sucked, but it's an
We
excuse.
can hate Donkey Kong as well as Toad. It's fine. We can put him in the
Yeah.
same category.
Yeah. Also, super quick. Sorry, I'm gonna go off topic. What?
Go
Where
for
is the
it.
Donkey Kong meet and greet that I was
Where is that?
promised?
I've seen pictures,
Okay.
but Kenny, you must know. The Nintendo expert.
Yes. So it's supposed to be like in his little land where like okay, where the treehouse is. It's
Yeah,
next
yeah.
to the plane, but I've also never seen him in person, so I don't know when they're doing it.
He only came out for the media day, and that was it.
Oh,
Crazy.
that's
I've seen loads
weird.
of pictures of people meeting him though. But I just, like
Oh,
I said, I haven't spent any time in Donkey Kong Country other than EPA, walking
yeah.
in to go on the ride and I walk straight out. So I haven't really looked around that area too much as well. Kenny, you know I'm not the biggest Nintendo Nintendo fan from our
Well,
previous
I see
episodes.
that, and it is just blowing my mind here because it's like my
Sorry.
favorite thing in the park. I'm like, oh
I'm
my
sorry.
gosh.
It's me, not
No,
Nintendo.
no, it's funny. It's just, I just can't believe it.
It's nice to see that we all have such differing opinions, though, at the same time. Like, we appreciate all the lands so differently, which I really love because we're not all like crazy about Nintendo, but like, whatever. That's fine. Maybe I'll love it more. Sorry,
Yeah, because
Kenny.
this could easily turn into a 1 hour, podcast about how much we love Dark Universe, which I feel like everyone's
Yes,
doing the
let's do
same.
it. Let's do it. Let's
I was about
do
to
it.
say, Jay's all for that.
I'm all for that. I really am. Maybe I'm in a like. I should go to Horror Nights now. Maybe it's my thing. I'm getting over everything, so like that's next.
You need to. It's
Yeah.
so good.
I do need to experience it, even if I don't go in many houses, just to experience the atmosphere. That's another
It's fun.
episode.
Yeah.
Anyway, trying to keep it on topic. Kenny, did anything surprise you second time round that you perhaps didn't notice on your first visit, or did you notice anything a bit more second time round?
Well, yes, actually, in Nintendo, I know your favorite subject. Um, I bought the power up band on my first trip, and of course, I did the thing like hitting the blocks and all that stuff. But this time, I actually spent more time doing some of the challenges and exploring the app a little bit more. So they have these things called key challenges around the land, and they're in air conditioned spaces. Oh my goodness! And you can like go in, wait in
Did
like a
someone say
short
air
line.
condition?
Yeah, and there's like activities you can do. So like it's putting puzzles together, doing little mini games, and then if you do like three of them, you can access something called the Bowser Jr. boss battle.
Hmm.
And it's in the land. You won't see it on the app, but it's in the land and it's got a little wait time sign and everything. It's like a hidden attraction. And you can go in and do that, and it is like one of the most fun experiences ever. And see, to me, that just kind of sets that land apart from the others with that interactivity. And that's a big selling point for me. Like, if I can get points and like have a goal for doing stuff around the land, like I'm all for it. So
Do
I
you know
thought that was
what?
pretty surprising.
Kenny, seeing you that happy makes me happy. So
Yeah, me
that was
too.
really cool.
That just like made my Sunday because I'm like, you know what? Maybe
Literally.
I should get a power up band. You're really selling it to
Why
me.
not? Yeah. I mean, I'm
Universal
not
should pay
going
you
to, but
commission. Yeah.
it's a nice thought.
Maybe on my next trip I might do it. And then after that, Kenny, I'll let you know how if I like Nintendo a lot more. Because I'm the same way. I love some interactive fun.
Mhm.
What
Yeah,
have you
even
did?
on the rides, like if you do Yoshi with your power up band, I think you scan in on it, and then like whenever you see an egg or something like that, you push the button, and you get points for that.
Ooh. That's pretty cool.
That is cool. Cassie, whatever you do though, don't buy a Toad power up band.
No, I won't. I'm gonna get a
That's too far.
Yoshi.
Yeah. Everyone seems to be getting Yoshi. He seems
Because
to
he's
be
so
like
freaking
Really?
cute.
he is pretty cute. He seems to be the front runner in terms of power up bands. I guess with Mario, the main guy.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I
I've
Yeah,
just
mean,
seen a lot of Yoshi talk.
I have a Mario band, so I mean, I like it.
Classic. No toads allowed.
No toads allowed. If they had a toadette one, it'd be over.
Allowed. Cassie, same question to you. Did you know anything different?
Um, Honestly, I feel like, okay, so I'm going to talk about the fountain show. Here we go. All right, at my preview, the fountain show is just kind of like, it's like 5, 7 minute thing.
Mm.
And they didn't talk in it. But the fountain show, when I went, when it was open, they did this like whole introduction. It was like the epic universe music, and then it went into each land. And then it was
So sad I
like,
didn't see it.
and
Oh,
fun fact, this statue shoots a something to the other statue across the park, and that did not happen on
No
my
way.
first fountain show.
Oh
So you,
no.
what?
I'm telling y'all, like I am going to vouch for this fountain show for the rest of my life. Like it's so
Have
cool.
you posted your YouTube video yet?
No, because like I
I've been
keep like
waiting all
going.
week, Cassie.
I
You said
okay, I'm
this
sorry.
week.
I know. I just started getting anxious about it because I had to wipe my camera because it was raining. So like I had
Okay.
whatever. People are probably gonna comment and be like, "You idiot! Why'd you post?" Like who posts this type of low quality video? But it doesn't. I'll do it this week. I'll do it this week.
Don't all the like portal lights shine up into the sky and then like join
Yes.
together?
Yes, but like
So
you can't
cool.
see that on my phone, but like that's what's so
Okay.
cool.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah. But yeah, the fountain show, I would say, I felt like I noticed team members like a little bit more excited now that the park was fully open on my
Hmm.
second time. Whereas the first couple times people seemed a lot more stressed during
Yeah.
previews.
Hmm.
Um, but I mean, other than that, I was just kind of like just living in the moment, watching everyone else enjoy it.
Hmm.
So, maybe if I go alone, I'll notice some more stuff.
Yeah. And Cassie, staying with you, you stayed at Helios Grand you mentioned in the episode 2 weeks
My
ago.
God.
You stayed there for a couple of nights, I think. The absolutely incredible hotel located actually inside Epic Universe. Was it everything you had hoped for and more?
Oh my gosh, y'all. Yeah, I got the theme park view. I really splurged.
Ooh.
Um,
You didn't get a view
it
like I normally do then. You didn't get the like, car park or something.
no, no, no. I splurged and got the theme park view,
You do right.
and
You do right.
I had to do it. I had got a pretty good deal on it.
Ish.
Yeah.
I will probably never be able to say there again. But we actually ended up getting like a deluxe room. Like it was like the floor to ceiling windows instead of just like the
Wow.
normal window. So
Wow.
like that was really special. And being inside the park, I forgot my wand in the room and I was eating lunch, walked 5 minutes to my room, got my wand and came back downstairs. Like
You
it
can't beat.
was you can't. And you could watch the fountain show from the room. The night before we went to Epic, we did that.
Wow.
Being able to go upstairs and go have a drink at Bar Helios, and then we had dinner at Flora Taverna downstairs. So it's like it's all right there. Like we didn't have to move a muscle. I could not have to worry about getting in a car or Ubering because Ubering makes me nervous. Like I was just there. I just got to experience it. Didn't have to walk anywhere. And I mean, to be honest, like when I go back in December, I might stay another night or two.
Hmm. What level of floor were you on? Are you quite high?
Like in the middle. I want to say
Okay.
like maybe like 5, 6, or 7. I can't remember.
Hmm. And the view was pretty special, I guess. Don't say it was epic.
It was epic.
It was
Um,
epic.
I will, yeah. Like I haven't posted a lot of pictures from it because I like want to do like a video of it, but
Hmm.
oh my God, y'all. My sister cried and I was like, yes,
You've done it.
I've
You've made her
accomplished something.
cry.
Yeah. So we did 2 nights there and it was spectacular. And the service, y'all, the people were 10 times nicer. And that's saying a lot because
Mhm.
the hotel's nice.
And I'm
So
guessing it was worth every cent staying there.
yeah, I mean, like I don't think I'll be able to get that price again, but it was totally worth it.
You mentioned the food a couple of weeks ago. Not so great. Just touch on that briefly.
Yeah, oh my gosh. It was so expensive. Um, I just wasn't like super impressed with the food offerings, maybe.
Mhm.
Um, for the price. Like our food came out and I literally was like, oh my God, like we each probably paid like $80 for our meal, each person.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
the portion sizes were
Was it
small.
where's the rest?
Yeah, my mom was like, what? I was like,
Oh.
Oh,
and
sorry.
the market to me that they have in the hotel also didn't have a lot of choices. Like it was like, here's a chicken salad sandwich, which I love chicken salad, so whatever. But maybe
Mhm.
someone else doesn't.
Mhm.
And
Anyway.
that
Are
is
you looking at
probably
me with
my
that, Cassie? Go on, Kenny.
So So for me, that's like my only complaint with some Universal hotels is that the higher up in tier you go, it seems like the food offerings just get a little bit too niche, if that's the word for it.
Yes.
And so, like you, Cassie, I went to Bar Helios and I just had a reservation. I stayed over at Terra on this trip, and went there. Hotel's super impressive. Went upstairs and just to get a drink, and I think it was six chicken wings. I spent probably about $50.
Yeah. It's bad. It's
Wow.
bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they're appealing to the people that are staying there.
I'm telling you, I walked in that hotel, I'm like, I feel like people are looking at me. They know I'm poor.
Like
They
they know
know
I don't
She's
belong.
poor, get her out.
literally, I'm like,
Imposter.
They
it's like
smell the poor.
no, they really do. Like I'm telling you, I was like wearing a tennis skirt, everyone else is wearing like Louis Vuitton pants. I'm like, oops, you know. But honestly, y'all, like it was the drinks were really wonderful. Like I will say I was pretty impressed with the bar selection. And I would pay the price. So you pay that price for a cocktail anywhere you go, especially where I live. So it's like whatever.
Did you
Enough
check
about my
out
spiel.
did you check out
Sorry.
the pool area, Cassie?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh
It
wow.
was the pool was
I
amazing.
mean, yeah, I kind of figured it would be.
It was, and you have a view of Dark Universe. You have the castle when you come
Mhm.
out,
Yeah.
and or the manor. Sorry, not the castle.
Yeah.
As soon as you come out to the pool, it's right there, and you can see like the electricity on it. So that was really cool. They had good food down there, like chicken fingers, French fries. Like that was my vibe. That was
Okay.
my vibe.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me.
Sorry, I just went on like a whole rant. I mean, I could do a whole episode about it, but I mean, I really do want to go back if I
Mhm.
can get a good price on a room.
Kenny, any plans to stay there? I know you went obviously to Bar Helios for a very expensive chicken wings.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to stay there. So I'm hoping like when they come out with the pass holder appreciation dates, like maybe in
Mhm.
January, I'll see what the offerings are
We can
like.
have a look, can't we?
So I don't know. I might give it a try because I really want to stay there. It looks so cool. I mean, the view, you can't beat it, especially up there from Bar Helios.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
I was just in awe. I mean, it was so beautiful to see the whole park lit up at night.
Life changing, really. The first time I went there, when I was staying at Stella Nova, I went there just to have something to eat and drink, just a little appetizer. And I literally like I was tearing up. It was before I went to Epic for the first time too, and my next day was Epic. So like getting to be in
You were
that,
full of tears.
oh man, I cried so much that trip. I will never forget. I was like, there's no way I have like tears left in my body. Like
I know. I
it's
actually got
crazy.
sad. I got sad the other day because I was thinking that we'll never get to experience Epic Universe for the first time ever again.
Oh,
Like we've had our first ever moment there, and it's just gone so quickly.
my
Sorry, Cassie. I don't want to
gosh.
set you off again.
Oh no.
You better be careful. The tears are about to start being shed. I'm gonna have to leave.
Moving on, Kenny. In terms of early park admission slash opening time strategies, obviously we've touched on Minecart Madness having quite a lot of issues recently. Do you think that if people listen to this that are going in the next few weeks or next few months, that people should maybe go and do Isle of Burke or Battle of the Ministry first? What would you say?
Well, now I would say Isle of Burke. So I did Battle at the Ministry for my early park admission
Hmm.
on the last trip, and I've shared with you, Jay, but it was a lot of waiting because the ride didn't open until when the park opened. So the
Hmm.
line is just taking you to the queue so that you can wait for the ride to open, and then after that you have the wait for the ride. So total that whole morning, I spent 150 minutes waiting just to ride Battle at the Ministry, and then
That's
there was a
rough.
brief delay during that morning.
No
And
way, never.
honestly,
Really?
yeah,
Doesn't sound like Battle of the
shocker,
Ministry.
right?
Who lifted their feet this time?
But
Me.
here's one thing though. So even though I waited 150 minutes total, the ride wait time on the app was like 240 minutes. So even with that wait that I had, I saved 90 minutes. Like that is just crazy to me.
Yeah, that's insane.
Cassie, what's your thoughts on that EPA strategy?
Um,
Don't do it.
it depends on what they're gonna have open. I mean, if they had every land open, oh my gosh, it would be so worth
They keep
it.
changing,
Like,
don't they? Like they're still continuously changing what's open on the
yeah.
morning of.
I
Like
think
if
they're
they
still playing
had,
with it.
yeah. In my opinion, I think they should just have every land open, maybe one ride per land though. But that would really help, I think. Like just operations in general. Like you have people in all different parts of the park.
Hmm.
Um, Super Nintendo used to be like my strategy, and now I'm just like, everything's down at 8 a.m. Don't go there.
Mhm.
Hmm.
People get lucky, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'll do it again, to be honest.
Yeah, is Burke part of EPA now,
I
or?
don't think it is currently, no, but yeah, in terms of if people going just for opening or wherever. But yeah, EPA, I don't think it is currently.
Yeah,
No,
well, with the way Hiccups is running, I mean, I would say that's like probably the go-to now. Like, you get that out of the way
Yeah,
as soon as
that
you
that's
can.
true. Yeah, that is
I
true.
agree. I'm looking at wait times right now, y'all. So,
That's your favorite thing to
early,
do.
yeah, every time we're on the podcast, I'm like, let me check
Let me just
this.
check.
Hiccups is 75 right now. Battle at the Ministry is
Ugh,
only
that's a hot queue.
85. That is.
Of course
I'm
it
getting in
is.
the car.
I'm getting on
See
the
y'all
plane.
later.
I
And
don't
as
love it that
always,
much.
yeah, I was gonna say, Monsters is only 20. I mean, Monsters
That's quite long for
continues to
monsters.
be,
I
yeah.
can't understand. It's like one of the best dark rides in the world, and it's like you can get on it
It's
like
it's
so
it's because of
easily.
this freaking overhype, isn't it, Cassie?
Hey, that was my first
I
opinion.
know,
That
I'm
has
sorry,
changed
that's
very
just
much.
constantly playing in my brain every time I think about it. I just
I
hear
was so
Cassie going,
pissed.
it's because of the freaking overhype. And I come back and I'm like,
I,
it's the greatest thing ever.
I was so mad my first trip. I literally was like, who is lying? Who and why?
So funny.
But then I was like, okay, never mind. Yeah, this ride rocks.
But yeah, I don't understand it. I really don't. But I'm not complaining.
Me
Like,
neither.
I was walking through the queue line, and there was no one there. I'm like, where is everyone? Like, people in Nintendo, you're missing out on this.
Do you think kids are scared of it? Do you think that's
Maybe,
why?
I think
maybe.
it could be.
This is pretty scary. I mean, I don't,
It
I don't
is.
get
It
it.
is pretty. Yeah, for kids especially, definitely.
That queue is scary.
Yeah, it's very dark, isn't it? It is very dark. But oh my, don't get me started on monsters because I will be here all night. I've had my day. It's amazing. Right, so I want to delve a little bit deeper into what you love most about your top three favorite rides at Epic Universe. I think top three. We're gonna leave the fourth. I know we say top four, but we're gonna go top three, I think. So starting with you, Cassie. I know you're a little bit like me in the respect that your rankings move about quite a lot on a regular basis. But is your 3-1 still Battle of the Ministry, Hiccups, Stardust?
Yeah, right now it is.
And Kenny, yours is still Hiccups, Monsters, Battle of the Ministry?
Yes.
Okay, I got that right.
Once you
As
ride
it stands.
Stardust, Kenny, it's all gonna change.
I can confirm that. I can confirm it will all change.
All
Mind
right.
blown.
Hey, I'll see if it gets shaken up.
Anyway, we touched on some of the negatives of the marquee attractions in our episode a couple of weeks back. So I want this to be focused more on the positives, if we can. We've touched on all the negatives, I think. So starting with Hiccups Wing Gliders, then. Kenny, why did you love it so much?
Because it's everything that you would want a ride like that to be and more. So with coasters like that, I love when there's show scenes included, and Hiccups has that. I like that you get to see Hiccup and Toothless like before you launch. I like that something that they do on the ride is like part of the story, like causing you to go off on your, adventure. I mean, it's just such a good ride. And then the music, let's be real, that really sets the tone for the whole thing. Like you can do anything set to test drive and it's going to be instantly 100 times better.
100%. 100%. Cassie, how about you?
Yeah, the music, I feel like it has that perfect level of thrill. Some people say it's not thrilling enough, but to be honest, y'all, like I felt like, especially I was hitting some G's on some of
Mhm.
those corners that we
Yeah.
turned, and I'm like, whoa, like I was not expecting that. Um, it's just such a cute ride, and it's perfect for like anyone with kids that are like starting to
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
coasters, and I think it just adds so much to the park, not even just the land, the park. Without that, I don't feel like Epic would be as great as it is.
Mhm. And if you did avoid POV spoilers before going, or if people are still avoiding them prior to going, there are a couple of nice surprises in there, isn't there?
Yes, definitely. And there's a really cute animatronic at the beginning too. Probably one of my favorites.
And like I said, it's so great how the whole family can ride this coaster. Like it's a great family coaster.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Mhm. It's
Yes.
perfect.
I also feel like with it having like some of its downfalls recently, I'm kind of like
Hmm.
a little hesitant to really hype it up because of the facts. Like you can tell someone, hey, it's so amazing, it's so great. Then they go to Epic and they're like, that sucked. I waited 4 hours and it broke down twice. Like,
It's all the freaking overhype, isn't it, Cassie?
I
People
know.
overhyping everything.
I know. I do it
And
too. I'm so bad.
Cassie, on my last trip, the really cute animatronic at the beginning was Frozen for me. I know that was rough.
I was like, that's a little, it's just kind of sitting there like this at you, like Five Nights at
Yeah,
Freddy's.
pretty
Like,
much. It's like, what did he have? Like a? He's like, it's just so weird.
yeah, I don't like that. That's kind of scary.
I know we've spoke so much about the music, but the music on that ride, albeit a little bit quiet as we've previously touched on, but the music, it really does make it, doesn't it? Like it makes it perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It's the such a beautiful touch.
And I'm pretty sure when they designed the ride, they had to have been thinking about the music first. They were probably like, let's make a coaster that is set to this song from beginning to end. And they did it. Like even the little slow part in the middle, like they found a way to incorporate that into the ride.
Like you
Yeah.
said, Kenny, they could do
It was
anything with
music
Test
first.
Drive. They could do anything. Like it, I think you've probably seen it, but I posted a video on my story whilst I was there, stood next to the speaker, just listening to the music.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with that score.
That and Romantic Flight. I'm like,
Mm,
oh my God. Like,
yeah.
God.
Bring on the tears. We're not.
Yeah.
Let's just sweat. Let's
Moving on
just sweat.
quickly before Cassie starts again. moving
Too
on
emotional to be
to
on this
moving on to
podcast.
something that may make you cry in a different way, Cassie.
Oh
Harry
God.
Potter and the Battle at the Ministry,
Yeah.
or as Sam calls it in every one of his vlogs, Ministry of Magic, which is not called that. It is called Battle at the Ministry. I can confirm that.
I love
Uh,
that about Sam. I love his vibe of just like, this is it. Minecart, Mario Kart Madness. That's it.
Kenny, why is it your number one ride at Epic?
Because it has everything that I look for in a ride.
Hmm.
So if it has like new technology, check. Grand scale, like I love walking into spaces and just having that moment where your jaws dropped.
Mm,
And you get that in the queue and on the ride. Like I was looking around like I can't believe they built a ride this big with scenes this huge and
hmm.
gigantic. Like I want to feel like they spent money when I go on a ride.
Oh, they spent money, all right. They spent it.
They're still spending it to
They're
fix it.
still spending it. Yeah, they need to spend more money.
and
Yeah.
and then animatronics, special effects, just the level of detail. That's what I look for, like when I'm ranking rides and things like that. That's why I like something like Hagrid's or even Hiccups. Like they're good coasters, they're great, and they have those show scenes. That's what puts them pretty high for me. But I feel like when it's just like something kind of plain or unthemed, it won't really rank as highly for me personally.
Hmm.
But I mean, that's just what I look for. It's got all those things. The
Was it what
big
you
grand
expected?
feel.
Was it what you expected, Kenny?
It absolutely was. Yeah, so
And
it
more.
exceeded my expectations. When
Yeah.
I first went on it, my mouth was open, and I did something that I never do, Jay and Cassie, and that is buy a ride photo. And it's because I don't know if you guys seen,
No way.
but this
Yes.
was from my first ride on
That's
it.
so worth it. That is so...
Yeah,
Can we get a close up on you on there?
here you
Where are
go. I
you?
don't know if you can find me in there.
Oh, there you are. Yeah.
Oh, look at you. You're smiling so big too. You look so
That is a
happy.
really, really cool ride photo. I don't blame you for splurging on that.
Oh
Even the
yeah.
cover of that is it's upside
It's
down, but
gorgeous.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay.
there we go.
Oh,
That
and
is
fun
cool.
fact, I don't know if you guys watched the opening live streams from Epic that Universal put on, but one of the hosts that was on it, he was on that ride with me. I remember him because we were stuck in the queue for like 2 hours.
That's a
And then
flex.
when I saw him on the opening day thing, I'm like, wait a minute, that's the guy from the picture.
Oh my gosh, is he really in that picture?
Yeah,
All right, pull
he's
it back up. Let
right
me see it.
here. Hold on. I gotta
I
find
watched that
him
whole thing.
right there. I
Oh
got
my
him.
gosh, I love
Yeah.
how exciting is that?
Uh-huh.
All right,
Actually,
I
I
would have
saw
bought
quite a
that.
few like vloggers and stuff in that line. People I recognize, like the Potter Collector on Instagram. He
Oh
was in that
yeah.
line, but he actually left because it was delayed for such a long time. I'm like, the
Understood.
That's
Potter
fair.
Collector's leaving?
How dare you?
Yeah. That's
And
funny.
Cassie, the first 10 seconds aside, of course, why did you enjoy Battle of the Ministry so much?
Yeah, like it was kind of low at my list the first time I wrote it. Second time, I don't know. It was just again, I was on it with so many people that I had met through Instagram. So, that was such a cool factor for me. Like just
Mhm.
being with people that love the parks as much as I do, and we're all like cheering. Um, yeah, minus the first 10 seconds, I'm like, that ride is amazing. Like if it didn't make me feel slightly queasy, it'd probably
Yeah.
be higher. Um, but if you are a motion sickness person, this ride is probably not in your top three just because of that. But if just the grand scale of things, that archives room with the Death Eaters,
Mhm.
I will never forget the way I felt when I saw that for the first time. Like insane.
Was it what you
It looks like human actors.
Yeah, no, I really like it really does. Um, I think I just because I heard so many people saying how great it was, I think I expected, something so amazing, but I did not expect the way the vehicle felt or how big everything was.
Mhm.
Like I was more so like expecting like the music and like the fun and like the craziness of it,
Mhm.
but oh my gosh, I mean that you really feel like you're in an elevator that's bouncing up and down for an hour, but other than that.
Well,
But like
you
the
said
magical
you
creatures was so
you
cute.
you and those magical creatures,
Dude,
so
when the
cute,
moon
though.
calves came out, I was like, I love this ride.
But you said a couple of weeks ago that is it new? It's a new feeling, like it's like a new motion feeling for us all. So we're like, what's
Yes.
going on? This is completely
It is,
abnormal to us all.
Yeah.
and just to get kind of techie for like a second, the ride system really is just like a scoop, like Spider-Man, but
Yeah.
it's just raised up higher, so it feels like you're doing that whole bouncy thing. Like,
Hmm.
and
Yeah,
it's just such a cool feeling.
it
There's
is.
nothing like it.
No, there's not. It's quite amazing. It's the best technology I think we'll ever see in a theme park, to be honest, even in the future. I just don't know how you top that type of stuff. It just the technology, like you said, Jay, I think is a little bit too advanced, maybe because of the issues that it has.
Hmm.
But once they get a hold on all that, it is going to be perfect.
And I do want to mention that reveal when you walk through the flue. Like I didn't mention it in our episode a couple of weeks back. I don't know why. I get flustered on these episodes and just miss out the most important parts and start talking about how hot everything is. It's
Yeah.
Florida. It's hot. Get
Yeah.
over it. But walking through there for the first time, it is unbelievable.
Yeah.
It is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Is
I
it the greatest queue line in Universal Orlando Resort?
yeah,
Yes.
thousand
There we go.
percent.
Mhm.
Moving on.
Thousand
Like
percent.
easy.
But yeah, I love the fact that you can just go in and not ride it and just take in the queue because I don't know any other rides in which you can do that. And obviously, I know you can walk the line and get to the front and then walk across the ride vehicles, etc. But you can go in, go through the flue still get that amazing feeling. You can
Mhm.
still check out the whole queue. You can sit there. I mean, me and Ella sat there for quite a while sometimes, hiding from the sun, but also being able to appreciate the queue line and not worry about this queue's not moving. Just sit there and look
Yeah.
at everything in detail.
It's amazing. Carson doesn't have social media, so he didn't get to see any spoilers or anything.
That's one way of missing the spoilers.
I
Delete
know.
all.
I know. So walking him through the flu powder, I didn't even tell him how
So he knew
amazing. Like
nothing.
he knew nothing going into
Oh
Epic
my
Oh,
God.
Universe.
that's so
Oh
cool.
wow. That is so cool. I wish I could delete all social media, but I
I
wouldn't have a job
know.
then, so
Well, yeah, he's like he doesn't even want a phone, but he has one because of me.
is he
Because
from
I'm
the
like,
1940s?
y'all, I'm telling you, he is like an old man in like a 25-year-old man's body. Like it's scary.
Who doesn't have
Um,
social media?
Flip phone.
um, Kenny, he literally had one for like 3 years. Like it's just anyway. I just would have loved to see it through his eyes as like not having social media, but like even the grand reveal, even after you do see it on social media and walking into the ministry, it's still breathtaking.
It
Oh yeah,
really is. Like
no
obviously we all
comparison.
saw the concept pictures, but walking in there for the first time, it literally does take your breath away. And we aren't being over the top in that. It is obviously even more so for big Harry Potter fans like we are. It is
Mhm.
absolutely incredible.
Unbelievable. I can't wait to see it again. I'm so excited to go back.
But I will say that just to caveat all of that, you are in that room for quite a long time. So you walk in there, you
Yeah.
go, "Oh my God!" You're there 65 minutes later. You're like, "Oh, it's still pretty cool," but I would
Yeah.
love the next room.
You're like, I've seen Dolores Umbridge on the banner for 2 hours
Literally.
now. Like,
But yeah, it is incredible. It is
it
incredible.
is,
I
for
will say
sure.
that the rest of the queue is a little rough. A lot of rooms.
And noisy.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
a little bit claustrophobic at times,
Yeah.
maybe.
it
Um,
can.
yeah, a lot of switchbacks, but I mean the detailing is still really good. But I think is it the lockers room which is
Yeah,
especially tight.
it's very tight.
It's cozy.
Um,
It's cozy,
I
all
like
right.
that Hall of Ministers room with the paintings. I thought that was
Mm, that
really
one is good.
cool.
Yeah,
That one's
that one is
good.
good. Moving on to Monsters Unchained. Yes,
Woo!
finally, my favorite. Cassie, I know you were a little underwhelmed first time, especially. I don't know about the next times, but and I say this through gritted teeth, but we all have different ride tastes, and obviously that's absolutely fine. It's actually quite refreshing. Kenny, you said that your one and two are pretty close and could potentially be interchangeable. Um, Kenny, why is Monsters a top tier ride in your opinion then?
For a lot of the same reasons Ministry
Mhm.
is. I mean, it's grand. It's got those big scenes. It's got the animatronics. It's got the special effects. I mean, it's just so good. And to me, they are kind of interchangeable. Like, of course, you got to have one as your number one. So I
Mhm.
went with Ministry for it. But I mean, Monsters is right up there too. Like, if I was doing a list of favorites for the resort, I believe those two rides would be like in the top.
Spoiler alert
But
for a
I
future
know,
episode,
I'm not
Kenny.
giving away where, not giving away where. I will say that one big difference between both rides is that to me, Monsters feels like it's more of a classic Universal ride. Like when
Mhm.
I ride it, I think of rides like, those really physical rides from the 90s, like,
Mhm.
Jaws, Confrontation, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then when I ride Battle at the Ministry, I think of the newer Universal
Mhm.
Dark rides. Like it's a new version of Transformers or a new version of it's another big one that they did, like the new Kong ride, Green Gots, stuff like that.
Yeah,
So like one's like new school Universal amazing, the other one's like old school Universal amazing. If that makes
100%.
sense.
That is a really fantastic way to put it, honestly.
Cassie, I know, like I mentioned, you're a little underwhelmed, and but you still enjoy the ride. Why
Oh
do you
yeah.
like it?
I know the more I get on it too, it's probably going to climb my list because every single time I notice something new,
Mhm.
like that Wolfman series of
It's
the ride.
360, isn't it? There's so much going on to see.
It's yeah, the Wolfman part is probably one of my favorites just because of how
There's so many parts to it.
yeah, he's so
The
cool too.
creature part where it throws you down towards the creature in the bottom. It's like every time I'm like, ah,
Yeah,
crazy.
that part made me legitimately scream. Like I was like,
Yeah.
ah!
And honestly, it actually looks like it's someone dressed up as the creature from the Black. Like
Oh yeah.
it's that realistic. It looks like there's someone down there every time.
Yeah.
Sorry to overhype it continuously, Cassie. I
No,
can't help
and
it.
also Igor is like probably one of my favorite characters in Epic. So
He is on the up, isn't he? His stocks
yeah,
are on the up.
I'm obsessed with him. Like I have got to just talk to him for a while. I need a Igor stuffy, to be honest.
Have you met him? Did you meet him in the park?
Hmm.
Yeah, he's so good,
Multiple
isn't he?
times.
Yeah.
He's so good.
And then even after we met him, Ella was like, "Why is he kind of like?" I was like, "Him of all people." I can't even see that, but I don't know. It's these books, Cassie, and you know, you know all about it.
I know. Tell Ella I'm reading Crescent City. Anyway, next. She knows what I'm talking about.
She will, though.
Anyway.
I've got no idea. Cassie, where is it for you at the minute, Monsters? It's not in your top three,
Four.
is it? It's in four,
Four and
okay.
three. Battle at Ministry and Monsters are like depends on my
Mhm.
day.
Yeah.
But I think Battle at Ministry just having that extra oomph, a little bit more to it.
Hmm.
And being a Harry Potter lover,
Yeah.
But Monsters, I'm telling you, it might surpass like Hiccups at some point. Like it just depends. Like when I go take my friend to Halloween Horror Nights, like I just want to watch her reaction on all these rides, and that kind of makes me more excited to ride stuff too, if that makes sense.
Oh
It's
yeah.
crazy. It's crazy how everyone on this podcast has a different favorite ride, Epic Universe, except Cassie, you and Sam having
Same.
Stardust. Like, what are the chances when there's four basically marquee attractions that
I
we
know.
all have different number ones? Like, it's crazy.
But that does show you how they really have like a lot to offer for all different types of
Mhm.
people.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I want to keep talking about monsters personally, but
We can do a whole monsters episode if you want.
I am for
yes,
real, please.
me and Kenny will be on that one.
Yeah.
And finally, Stardust Races, of course. Obviously, coming to you with this one, Cassie. Sorry, Kenny.
Yes.
Cassie, why is it your number one? Is it just because of the thrills, or is it much more than that?
Right now, just because of the thrills. I haven't
Mhm.
ridden it at night yet, but I think
Oh,
that
come
at
on, Cassie.
night,
Come
I
on.
know.
I've
Listen,
done
I
it.
was watching the fountain show.
You were.
That was my I had to do that. But I think on my next trip, I'm really going to aim to make sure to get in line at dark. So we'll see. I do think I'm a thrill seeker,
Mhm.
so I think that's why
It's
it
always going
really
to be. It's
pushes
always going to
that.
be up there. It's like Sam. Yeah.
Yeah,
Understandably so.
100%.
I see it now. I see it.
It's fun too, like
Yeah.
just like the dips and like I like that it has a little bit more of like up down rather than
It's
just
definitely
like
more like fun for me compared to
yeah,
Velocicoaster, where it's more intense. That's my view. People have different views in terms of intensity and thrill level, but it does feel like more. Wee. It's not
yeah,
that. It's much more scary than that, but you get the
yeah.
point.
It does have like that, you're just like having a
Bouncy.
good time. Yeah.
Yeah. How much do you think the dueling element really elevates the excitement and enjoyment of the attraction? Because that's the scariest part for me. The first half of the ride's really fun because I'm good with speed, but when it
Yeah.
intertwines, that's where I'm a bit like being tall as I am. That's where I'm a little bit scared now.
Yeah, to me, the dueling factor is the reason that ride's so
It makes
great.
it, yeah.
Without it, it would not be in my top probably.
Oh,
But being able to see another train almost going the same speed as you, looking at other people's reactions, seeing the different ways that, you cross over and under each other. I mean, it's a lot closer. I mean, it's really close
It's
the
too
way you,
close. Being
yeah,
6'2", it's far too close for me.
exactly. And I think that's what makes it so cool though, is like, especially again at night, watching them duel. It's a beautiful coaster.
Oh, it really is, Kenny.
now I have a question. So, Cassie, this might be more for you, but
I'm
did
a
you ever get
coaster
a
guy
chance?
now. Come on, don't leave me out, Kenny.
Well, you didn't even hear the question yet, Jay.
Okay, sorry.
When Dragon Challenge slash Dueling Dragons was open, did you get a chance to experience that?
Yeah,
I
I did.
did, yes.
Okay, so did it give you some of those feelings again, or do you think Stardust is like, a much better dueling coaster?
To me, much better.
Okay.
Thinking back to, I felt like with Dragon Challenge, Dueling Dragons, I do feel like you didn't see the other uh part as much, the other
Okay.
It was
coaster.
just the part where it goes like inverted loop, wasn't it?
But
Yeah.
and barely even then, if you're not in the front row, you don't see that.
Whereas this
So
is like side by side the whole way.
side by side the
Okay.
whole time, crossing like literally looping over each other. Um, to me, it's more like it's better because of that.
Okay.
Mhm. Cassie,
Yeah,
have you
put
done
that in there for our longtime Universal fans. They'll be like, "Oh my gosh, they've talked
what's this dueling dragons you keep talking about? Never
Yeah.
heard of it.
about
I
Honestly,
actually
rip, but thank God Hagrid's replaced it.
go on,
wild
Kenny.
is it that for all those years in Hogsmeade, there was a blue and red steel roller coaster where Hagrid's was?
I
It seems
know.
like it would break the
Crazy.
theming so hard.
I know. I agree. I agree.
Funny story about Dueling Dragons. My only memory of that coaster is my dad dragging me into the queue line and me in floods of tears. He was like, "Come on, you're going on." I'm like, "I'm not going on," and I just
No.
stormed off, like took my hand away. I was like, "I'm not going on." If I went on, I'd have been had such an easier life now. But he was
Yeah.
so right and I was so wrong. But yeah, I didn't get to do it. But I went in the queue line for a brief moment and then dragged myself away.
It was cool, but like
Mhm.
Hagrid's is so
Yeah.
much. I don't know who's going to get mad at me for that. Someone's going to disagree, but
Someone will. The
Hagrid's
coast,
is.
Sam probably would. Sam probably would, being the coaster nut that he is.
I don't know, just a little bit, a little bit more of a theming experience. Like you
Mhm.
said, Kenny, like you just had a random steel coaster.
Could you imagine that today? Like, no
No,
way.
no one would go over there.
They didn't paint the track or anything. They just left it blue and red. Sorry.
I know, God,
Rant
so
over.
bad. So bad.
Cassie, have you done both sides of Stardust?
No, no.
You've not.
Mm-mm.
Oh, you've only done the yellow?
Yes, because I was a big fat baby both times and was just like, yellow, here we go. And like,
So I'm like getting over this, and you're going the other way.
I know, I want to ride green
I
next
thought you were
time.
the thrill seeker, Cassie. You didn't want to
I
do the
am,
green.
but I was just a little bit nervous,
Okay.
just a tad. And my sister was also kind of like, she was riding with me and she kind of was like, I want to do the less intense side first because like it was really hot and like we did kind of
Hmm.
feel a little like, eh. It
Yeah.
didn't feel too great.
Mhm.
I actually rode the first time. I rode it on accident. I didn't even realize what colors were where. I was just getting
Oh,
in
it is
the
quite
shortest line.
confusing. Like when you go through the security, it's like go in a line, oh, and then it's just on the floor, isn't it? I think.
Yeah,
Like
and like you can barely see it if you're rushing. So it's
exactly.
like
Hence why we rode green for the first time, and
I
I
was
was
gonna
like,
say, I was gonna say,
Ella
Ella
got
probably was
confused.
like realized it at the last minute, to be honest.
Literally. Um, Cassie, do you prefer Stardust or Velocicoaster? Is that a
Well,
really shit question?
I hate this question. Um,
Because I can't decide as well. I'm torn between the two.
yeah. I think I haven't ridden Velocicoaster in like a year and a half because
Recency
just
bias then.
yeah, recency bias. But I do think I'm gonna say Velocicoaster is my number one.
Okay, still.
The
Mhm.
theming. It's just there's an
Yeah.
extra level of theming with the Jurassic Park music. That's huge for me.
I think theming bumps everything up. I mean, like,
Agree.
Mhm.
yeah.
It's what makes Universal so great compared to other theme parks, you know.
Like theme parks in the UK, which have zero theming until 2031. Until
Can't wait.
2031. Back to the Future, please be there.
Mm.
Back to the Future coaster. I'm holding out. We could do a podcast trip to the UK. That'd be good for me and Sam. Come over
Yeah.
here.
It's our turn.
Kenny, though, you did say that you are low-key tempted to try and conquer Stardust for your next trip. Is that
Oh,
right?
absolutely. And honestly, I don't even look at it as conquering it. I just want to try it out.
Okay.
You will
So,
like it.
It'll be fun, yeah.
yeah, Cassie will keep banging this drum. She said that to me, and I was like, "You are talking absolute nonsense." And then she was right all along. So, Kenny, listen to Cassie.
Oh my God, I love
Yeah.
hearing this. Thank you.
Your head's just getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, now I'm just gonna tell everyone what to do.
This
But
So,
yeah.
podcast is magic. It's magic. I'm telling you.
so Kenny,
On
what's the biggest coast you've done currently? Is it you haven't done a big, huge one yet?
A big, huge outdoor one? Not really. Let's see here. I like Rock and Roller Coaster. I like that one.
Okay,
That's a good one. That's a
okay.
pretty good coaster.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you can do it, Kenny. I believe in you. I believe
It's
in you.
really not that bad. I
It's
promise
just
you.
like I said earlier. It's
Velocicoaster
just like
is,
wee.
yeah. Yeah, just,
Forget about the
Yeah.
intertwining parts. That's fine. You're
yeah,
not as tall as me, so
Flying.
you're all right.
yeah. It'll be good. I promise.
Yeah.
And just looking ahead to your next visits, then I'm sure there are a lot sooner than mine. Cassie, is there anything new you still want to do or experience?
Yes, I have a really long list. I could keep us here for a couple hours. But I'll say like my three things. I want to adopt a dragon, at Isle of Burke. Me and my best friend are
Nice.
going to do that together.
Oh, that's cool.
And I want to get the butterbeer crepe. I still haven't done
Mm.
that.
Ooh.
And I actually think, of course, the Wizarding World show. That's big for me.
Kenny, you know how to pronounce it, don't you? What's the full name?
Oh, Les Cirque Arcanu.
Perfectly done, is it? You are the school
Yes.
teacher. Perfectly done.
Yes.
Don't ask me to say the name of the cafe.
Yeah. Sam would have been like Les Cirque Archon or
Literally,
something.
the French show,
Yeah.
Potter.
I know when I hear Arcanus, I'm like, oh.
That's hilarious.
Kenny, how about you then? Anything new you want to do or experience other than Stardust, of course?
Honestly, a lot of food. I feel like I haven't eaten enough at Epic.
Mhm.
So I want to try Meteor Astropub. I want to
Mm.
try the cafe in France. I just want to try something in France. I haven't eaten there or drunk anything there. Like it's just been ride, show, leave.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Especially when you're paying for a full day there, you are like you mentioned earlier, Kenny. You want to get on all the rides you can, and for me anyway, you don't know when you're coming back, so one or two rides
Mhm.
isn't enough. What if I'm not back in two
No.
years? It might happen. It might not happen. Who knows? But I was like, I've got to ride monsters 10 times in one day to fulfill me.
Uh, Jay, we're getting you over here one way or another. We have to have a
For
podcast. You and
real.
Sam are going to have to plan like a trip together, and we're all going to have to get together
If
soon.
you spoke to Sam, do you see how hard it is to? It'll be really
We'll
difficult
figure it out.
to.
If
How
I
awesome would an HHN trip be for all of us?
Cassie, you're the mediator between us.
All right, cool. I'll put in our WhatsApp group chat
Yeah,
next. I'll be like, all right, let's all pick a date for us all to get together. I will
yeah,
help fund the process if I win the lottery.
yes. That's on record. And no
Yes.
doubt, no doubt, Sam will put like the average wait time for every single day of the year as well, so we can go in the best day possible.
Yeah. But seriously, go like the off season. Jay, what are you going to try next though? Like what's on your list to try? Because you were there for 3 days.
Oh, you throw it back to me, Cassie. I'm not prepared for this.
Off the top of
Keep
your
keep
head,
me on my
what's
toes.
yeah.
What do I want to? The light show, of course. How could I forget? That is my number one thing that I will go just for that.
You're gonna cry.
I probably will. I probably will. Yeah,
You for
that
sure
that
will.
is definitely
Kenny,
the
you might
thing.
cry too.
Yeah, probably.
It's good.
Like
Uh,
nighttime shows, they get me.
Sensational is still sensational to me.
I still haven't seen it.
What? Oh
See?
my.
See? But don't start with
Oh.
me because that's how I feel about y'all with the fountain show.
I know how you feel now. But Sensational's been around for ages, hasn't it? Like a
I
year?
never go in the summer, like ever. I never go in the summer.
Kenny, you can take this one. Sensational's amazing.
It is really,
Cassie,
really
you will
good.
be in floods of tears for Sensational.
Oh God. They do it during Halloween Horror
Like,
Nights.
Are they doing
no,
it
they
like
don't.
no?
It's
It's
weird.
so
Like whenever
good.
there's a special event going, they don't run it. So like I don't think they
Okay.
run it during Mardi Gras. I don't think they run it during Horror Nights or probably the holidays. I think it's like just the summer offering almost.
Cassie, Kenny, and Danielle watched it together, and Ella, of course. We all watched it together. And let me say, the dancing from Kenny when the Trolls music came on
Oh,
was
oh
was
yeah.
he got the groove on. I tell you, he was really boogieing.
Can't stop
All right, well,
feeling. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
don't rub it in. I'm so jealous
Oh,
already.
have you? I'm sure you've seen all the videos, haven't you? Though
No.
you've not watched videos of Sensational. Cassie,
Mm-mm.
I know how
You are
you
in
feel
for a
about the live
treat.
show.
Y'all, I didn't want to ruin it for myself because I keep telling myself I'm gonna see it.
Oh my God, you're going to be in a real bad way when you see Sensational. If you ever see it, they might take it away and you never get to see it. That's a bad
Stop
thought.
Don't
saying
say that,
that.
That's
Jake.
a bad
No.
thought. Sorry, sorry. That's nearly as bad as saying casualties 2 weeks ago.
He's always trying to kill something on this
Yeah,
podcast.
someone.
Toad, just Toad, actually.
It gets real dark quick.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to say next. I can't help it. I'm
It's
talking
kind
like
of
I'm not the one
amazing.
editing it.
I know, but you have to keep it in because it's funny.
Kenny, what's the one thing when you go back that you can't wait to experience again?
Monsters.
Yes, correct answer. 10 points to you,
Yes,
Kenny.
can't
You
wait.
need to do it 10 times in one day like me.
Okay, and also I'm gonna throw on a side one, Mario Kart. So
Hmm.
once I found out that they post the highest daily score, I'm like, I have to beat it.
Kenny loves the competition.
No, last time I was there, the highest score was 249 for the day, and I got a 139. And then I went back and I thought I did really good, but I actually got like 20 points less the second time I wrote it.
Come with
So
the
I'm like, okay,
receipts.
well, yeah.
Yeah, he's got him.
Cassie, how about you?
Oh, there's too many
Is
things.
it Stardust? Green at
Start
night?
us start us at night probably.
Oh,
Is big for me.
that was crazy. I got front row. Oh.
I love your life.
Before we set off the guy next to me, who by the way, he was like a youngish guy, and he had the full horror experience makeup on his face, so I couldn't take him seriously. And he looked to me and he was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Are you okay?" But yeah, it was unbelievable at night. Honestly, front row at night,
Okay.
crazy good, crazy good.
That's like Velocicoaster at night. It's like insane.
I've done that now as well. That is that is also I'm running out of like adjectives to say for all these things. I need like a
No,
full list of like superlatives that I can just I've used that one. I keep saying the same
just
The
thing.
ask
word he's
Chat
looking for
GPT.
is thesaurus. He needs a thesaurus.
I do. Do they still exist? The school teacher, help me out, Kenny.
No.
Yes, they do.
Do they still exist? Well, see, we have the internet, Cassie. Like, we don't look at thesauruses.
I get everything wrong anyway. I'll like say the wrong adjective for everything I'm describing, so it's
Exactly. We have
fine.
Chat GPT now.
Thank God.
Oh gosh, society's ruined. We're doomed.
Yes. Kenny, I feel horrible for you. It's a school teacher. I
People
really
need to
feel
be
for
more like
you.
Carson. Just have no phones. No
Yeah,
way of getting in touch
I
with them.
love his life. I wish it was me.
Uh, on that note, I think we'll wrap up today's episode because I'm off to see the new How to Train Your Dragon film in 35 minutes. So
Oh my God.
yeah, really quick. I need to get ready actually. So we need to wrap this one up quickly. Um, Thank you both so much for joining me. It was a lot of fun. Once again, like I said, we will have more normal episodes soon, but I just can't stop talking about Epic Universe. I can't stop.
Yeah, me neither.
It's so good.
Oh,
It
I want to
is.
go
my
back.
favorite topic.
It
Yeah,
really is. Like we've got to keep talking about it because it's so good and it's so new still.
yeah. Gotta do
So
it while we can.
I'm sure people aren't too bothered that they're hearing more about Epic Universe because it's amazing.
Mhm.
Right, so we spoke a lot about the negatives, but today was hopefully more positives and less talk about how hot it is because
Yes.
we know it's hot.
Yes.
We know it's hot. Right. Thank you both for joining me, and we will see you in the next one.